Hey there team, and welcome to, I suppose, the Grey Havens, but to Silmarilion Total War, to a wintry battle in Silmarilion Total War. And I rant and rave about this in every comment of every Silmarillion video, but I absolutely adore Silmarillion trees, and I think mixing them up in this winter fashion with one of the most gorgeous maps I think we have at our disposal, and oh god, that looks nice, doesn't it? Oh hell, that's really pretty. Yeah, well, so as I say, mixing it up with one of the most gorgeous maps we've got in Reforged, Silmarillion, just Third Age in general. Yeah, I don't know, catch-all term is Third Age, I suppose. It's pretty lovely. And hopefully it will remain lovely. Oh dear, of course, yes, I forgot to get rid of the flags. Do I want to go do that? Or, yes, I will. I'll be right back. Okay, and back there now. So, J-Monster was nice enough to give me over this one. I think I might have been watching some of this battle live on one of his live streams. I might be wrong though, but we were definitely on this map, and we were definitely the Dominion of Tolan Garroth. But we'll have to see how that plays out. He's got his Howlers out front, along with some Blood Drinkers. The Blood Drinkers, of course, being these nice chunky AP boys. Well, not really chunky. The Dominion doesn't really have chunky orcs. I guess the Chixkara are as close as you can really get with that. They've got the Chosen there, the Hishprakaz Howlers again. I love the Howlers. No shield, little just menacing boys like that, but they're locked morale, so you know that each of these 223 guys will die on the field today. We'll stay on 1 times speed, maybe 2, just to make sure that the defenders do get deployed in time before we're finished. He's got some hunters in the back here, again, just sort of nice low quality archer boys behind them. Some Scarhigh trappers, lots of Scarhigh trappers. Okay, I'm playing on version 2 shaders here, which does usually leave like a dirt texture on these units. Oh god, they're all getting snowy. Oh, have I made a mistake? We'll see. The snow texture does not look anywhere near as bad as the dirt texture, but maybe this is a mistake. We'll see how it gets on, and I might just reload it up without it. But either way, we got the Wolf Guard here, nice AP boys there, and as well armored and skilled as the Dominion really has. There's nothing too exceptional, but they're solid. And then the Ash Priests here, now they are very exceptional. They're both at ranged and most certainly in melee. I think I've got a battle where I bring down some ints with them. Scarhigh Blood Drinkers in the back, and then more Scarhigh Chosen. So it's generally a lot of Chixkara Chosen, and then Scarhigh Blood Drinkers, with a lot of these Hishprakraz fodder out front. So it's nice to have, you know, when your fodder doesn't have a shield, so they're just gonna get mowed down by arrow fire. But the elves, even with the amount of archers that they no doubt have, they will not really be wanting to spend ammunition on the Howlers. My goodness me, they look really cool here. The Sons of Ulfang from the Easterlings. Falksmen. I've got a big hard-on for Falxes. I played through a Rome 2 campaign with one of my buddies, and just like coming at people with Dacian Falksmen is just amazing. So he's got 2 of these Sons of Ulfang, then some Chieftains Honor Guard there. Then the Pillagers of Imring, next to some more Pillagers of Himring. Sorry, yeah, Himring, not Imring. Then the Clan Guard of Lothlan, 2 of them, and some Warband of Lothlan again, and Warband of Lothlan pushing this ram up. I'm a big fan of these shields too. Yeah, they're a really cool sort of aesthetic, I think. But some more evil men to their right, some more Easterlings, some Wardens of Lothlan, Clan Guard. Anything crazy that we're seeing from him? No, just a lot of these Wardens. Nice and snowy, not a fun place for these Easterlings to be. And of course, we do have the Halberds, which would be very nice to just push through a siege setting like this. More Warband and more Warband. To their right, we have more of the Dominion. Oh, sorry, yeah, players. I should probably say, oh, that's Knight of Turin Melchon. Never really seen him before. And Topgord Gamling. Then Darot here. So he's got his Hishprakaz Howlers. A nice sort of Scarhigh Trapper line. A real mess of boys here, getting ready to push up these nice and squat little siege towers. Then But yeah, so they'll be protected, but any arrows that do make their way through will have a field day. Scarab Blooddringers here, more Ash Priests. Is that where people are putting their general? Yeah, it is. It's solid there, keeps him safe, gives him some extra hit points, and it's also AP to his melee attacks then. He's got some Wolfborn there. It's certainly not a bad idea to bring some cavalry to... I'm going to call this the Grey Havens, but... You know, you do need to be careful with them. Then we do have an Angband force by Uruk. So he's got the Bulldogs, some Urloki, with the Guardians of the Iron Crown and some Ironshod Halberdiers. Riches of Angband, Legionnaires, and Arbalists there too. With some... the Orc Mangonel crew. I always forget that when I see a siege weapon, they're actually manned by proper soldiers in Silmarilion Total War. So I was looking and I was like, okay, no, so they've got the Mangonel crew somewhere in amongst them, but that's not the Mangonel crew. By the way, pretty solid force. A lot of Dominion units on the attack there, which is always a bit worrying. It's just that lack of armor, the real sort of rigidity of an Angband attack. Which, you know, if you've got a lot of Angband armies on the attack, then that's a very solid force. The Dominion, not so much, but a lot of these Eastern Men should hopefully be able to fill in those gaps too. The Eastern Men do have a few solid units they can bring to bear, and what is going to be concerning for the defenders, most likely, will be these halberd lines. Now, we don't know what the defenders have set up. We know that there is a Doriath, the guarded realm of Doriath there, but Doriath does not have pikes or halberds themselves. Their allies may, though. So these are the guarded realm of Doriath here. One of my favourite factions in this mod, I've got to say. It's a tough choice right now, but I think they're definitely tied between them and the Green Elves. I think Doriath might just edge it out a little bit. Then the Shield Bearers of Rhygian, more Warriors of Rhygian there, with the Sword Host of Rhygian. Now the problem here, facing up against so many of these Dominion units, having a lot of AP like that, it's just kind of wasted. You're really going to be wanting to use those sturdy axes up against the Angband forces. The Marksmen of Rhygian here, they are very solid. Axemen of the Girdle, and yeah, lots and lots of these Axemen. They will be able to tear some people apart, and I think they do. Do they throw a javelin? Yeah, it looks... They've got the sort of the javelin throwing stance, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be throwing something. Oh, okay, good. So the Elves of the Falas faction I've never played with them before, so I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to give too much advice, but in this snowy terrain, they do look lovely, don't they? Very sort of Dol Amroth-like appearance in them, with all of these lovely swans. But to me, this appears to be a very solid man-at-arms unit that's going to take a very long time to get pushed through. The Marines of Brythombar, I know that word. So there's two of them. And this is by Arturius and Tommy. So two pretty damn experienced fighters we've definitely got on the defense here. Axemen of Rhygian to their left. Warriors of Rhygian, Shield Bearers of Rhygian, and this is the elite AP massive Maceman, the Donath N. Mablung? We'll go for. Is that where we got the General today? No, it's not. So General's not in amongst them. So we do have the other elite unit somewhere for Doriath, which is here. Yes, this is where we do have the Doriath General. So these are fantastic archers, but then also amazing in melee after that. More Wardens of the Girdle to their side too. Anything... Oh, wow. Yeah, nothing really guarding here, but some stuff in reserve, which is always a good idea. We've got some Marines of Aglarest. 2 units of Marines of Aglarest from Arturius. Just getting ready to hold this position in case Uruk does come screaming through there. Over here, we do have some more Marines, but this time off Erendil. And Marksmen of Balar standing by. How are they looking? Oh, quite nice. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go through all the armies, and then I will actually go back without version 2 shaders, so we don't have the snowy texture on the boys, but we also won't have shadows. That's a shame. I do like my shadows. Some more of these very sturdy men-at-arms. They're not going to be fun for the poor Dominion boys to try and smash through. Warriors there, and good. Okay, I was pretty sure these guys did have a phalanx unit. They do have the Nobles of Balar, which will... that looks pretty long. I don't know if that's a halberd or if it's a pike. If it's a pike, rip in peace those poor halberdiers. But even if it's a halberd of that quality is going to be mincing through the poorer quality halberds that the enemy have, well, that the attackers have brought to bear. We've got some more nobles of Balar, so that's definitely solid. I would want 2 of them for a defensive scenario like this. We've got a catapult here by Artorius, and more marksmen and axemen and shield bearers. Up here on the walls, got some sword host getting ready. No archers on the walls, just getting ready for them with the swordsmen. And to the right, spear host, axe guard, shield bearers, axe guard, and axe guard. So yeah, not a lot of archers ready to fire upon them right off the bat. It looks like they're ready. They're wanting them to start come in and then battle them there. No cavalry as well. Doriath does not have many cavalry units, and I do not think that the elves of the Falas have very many either, if any at all. So the the attackers are not really too worried about a sally coming out at them, but you can actually get some good work with cavalry done inside of the Grey Havens. Anyway, there is a lot of wiggle room. I remember I've had one battle where as an attacker I was marching all the way from here around to the side and I was just getting pestered by cavalry the whole damn way. But anyway, I will get this reloaded up in 2 minutes and I'll see you. Okay, back. Grey Havens still looks gorgeous, even without shadows, but now our boys do look an awful lot better as well. I do like these shorter siege towers, as they'll be coming on forward. On the walls, these axe guard are going to be butchering through. Axemen do tend to have a little bit of a higher attack value, less sort of defensive skill though, but up against howlers you don't really need that much defensive skill. So that higher attack in order to just cut through them a lot faster might be what is needed. Whereas the swordsmen, they'll be able to look after themselves a lot better. So the warband of Lothlan, they are spearmen there. Yeah, they'll take a while to go down, no doubt. That's a very nice long spear, though. Yeah, still not a phalanx or anything like that. Hishbrakaz howlers here too. Gosh damn, I'm excited to see the numbers of these armies at the end of this. I think we're gonna get there's gonna be some pretty heavy values for the attackers in terms of what they brought, just because of the amount of Dominion men we have on the field. Oh, that's them already battering through the gate. That was really quite quick there. But what is that? No, this is not the battle that I saw on live stream. I've not seen this one because J-Monster had the artillery piece. How did I not see the Balrogs? Can the Valakar hide? I don't know if I like the or I'm probably just blind. I don't know if the Valakar can hide. Oh well. Either way, they've just yeeted around the poor wretches. This is smart. This is very good. I like this a lot. You can see what he's doing right now. He's splitting his army up and he is taking, Uruk-hai is taking a very swift attack toward this side. Now, as powerful as those guys are, they can't break through that gate. So they are going to have to wait for the siege towers to get there or wait for a ram to get there. There's no secret ram hiding somewhere. But still, these guys are booking it and the defenders are going to have to react to that. Luckily, they do have some men right there, right ready to go. Yeah, good move. So it doesn't look like we're getting a ram, though. There's a ram here, but it's going to be a while before it gets into position. I will probably slow it down a little bit in time if things do start to get a little bit too panicked. Good stuff. Tommy is sending boys around, which he needs to do. But we've already got these Wolfguard charging on up. Now, the nice thing about this is the Wolfguard are showing their back to the enemy. That's just this natural. It's quite annoying, really. But when you come off a wall, your boys naturally like turn to face this side. Now, I know why they do that, but it means he could be getting shot in the back right now. But the guys just seem to want to be waiting to use their ammunition elsewhere. Now, the Wolfguard are one of the only units in the Dominion roster that really actually uses much armor. So I kind of am going back on my initial words here. The Warriors of Region are great for this. It's just cutting through swathes of howlers and cutting through like heaps and heaps of the lower quality trash that the Dominion forces can bring that you really don't want an AP unit. You would prefer just a different type. We're getting fire coming in. Oh, that's an unfortunate. Oh, come on, boys. Yeah, that's a shame. They're all sort of hitting here, trying to get into the Scary High, not blood drinkers, the trappers. But now that the Blood Drinkers have come on in, they'll be able to change their focus and throw these guys around. Nice high-weighted arrows from the Marksmen of Rhegion, and poison arrows now from the Wardens of the Girdle. So getting thrown, poor Darrett's forces are getting thrown around, and then also they're getting scared off. And if they don't come in with a... Oh, they're coming in pretty hard and fast though. So hopefully their morale holds out for that. Over here, the Warband of Lothlan, stubborn. Spears do have quite a nice defensive value, but they are getting massacred. What is... Axemen of the Girdle, just using up that ammunition so that they can be thrown on into melee. Oh, it's throwing axes that they use. That is horrendously powerful. I get up against sort of a softer unit like this. But they need to use them well, and they're hitting everything right now, but if that force ends up getting pushed further and further into the wall, they're going to start slamming those shots right into the wall itself. The Warband of Lothland here, I really do like this. Can I see how this sort of looks on the mini-map? It's quite tough to really... But I'm just sort of talking about this sort of curve around that we've got going on. That's really cool to me. Some real swordsmen are coming in now, though. To back up, we've got the Clan Guard of Lothlan. But the Sword Host of Rhegion on either side. We've got two separate units just pushing on in. So it's not one unit that's been pushed in half, which is good. Spear Host of the Girdle standing their ground, but it looks like the Spear Host are actually falling back now. So a few of them will die from that, even from the Howlers. Nobody likes to get stabbed in the back. They're being replaced, though, by the Shield Bearers of Rhegion. So it really is they're pulling away a lower quality unit to slam in something pretty damn good. No, but there's very few low quality elves. The Axe Guard of Rhegion has just, well, everything to be cutting through the Howlers. God damn! They've died real fast for J-Monster, but he's tiring these guys out, and he will be doing damage and getting the occasional kill too. But you can see how quickly the Hishprakath Howlers do drop. Now, this is what I was talking about before. This is about a unit splitting in half, which units don't really like to do that. They really do like to fight concentrated, but their morale should hold out without too much issue. So yeah, J-Monster is left this side. I like to always attack from every side I possibly can, but if you want to concentrate and you've got a lower morale faction like the Dominion, well, saying that a lot of their units are locked and a lot of their units are pretty good in their morale field, but still, you kind of want to fight concentrated, I guess. The Clan Guard pushing on deeper now, and ooh, they're losing ground, but that doesn't mean that they're dying. Yeah, they're racking up some kills for it, but still, it's good to see. Oh wait, Secretariat. Oh, there's two Doriath armies. I didn't even see Secretariat. Sorry, whoops. Oh well, Secretariat is another sort of a pretty damn experienced player. So all the defenders today are pretty solid. What were we at initially? That's a normal situation. 13 for 5. You would expect the attackers to be down in these early stages, just because the defenders have used up their ammunition and they've taken these initial losses climbing onto the walls. The Chixkara Chosen have organised themselves now a bit, but still, that heavy armour value is going to be getting minced into by the Warriors of Rhegion. Pushing through the centre, though, this is great because he's attacking from as many spots as he possibly can right now, and he has managed to push these guys back, which is opening up an opportunity here. He's sending in some more Wolfguard, yeah, to replace them, but I really love the idea of like getting a throwing unit. The long fangs there, they can throw something. There's not enough space, it's almost enough, but if they could get a throwing unit here and just hammer the backs, but even if they win there, they can move through this gate, they can run out this way, and they can slam them there. I think the door's invisible, I think the door might be right there, so they probably wouldn't be able to do that either way. Whoa! Oh, hey, holy smokes. Okay, Valakar and all the monsters of Uruk-hai have decided not to come in that right side. They're coming in the left, and they've barreled right through Tommy's defenses. You can't hold on to these units, though. They're too big. So they're coming in, and they're going to be coming into the back of this defense. I really like that from Uruk-hai. Let's go to 0.8 because things are happening a little bit too fast for me, and I'm missing them as we just saw there. But the sturdy iron shod units are going to be faring a bit better than the Dominion orcs. They're definitely going to be able to take a lot more of a beating, but still they're just orcs. Now what have we ended up... so it's a bit slower than I would have liked to see this. Uruk-hai really had them on the back foot, but you don't have to attack. Like, what he's done here is he's pulled these units away. they initially just had 2 units sitting here, these 2 Marines. But now, perhaps these units were hidden? No, I don't think they were. Yeah, he's had to send a lot more of his forces over here now. So Arturius has had to pull quite a sizable force away from where the front line would be. Ah, that's amazing. Okay, the Urukai, not the Urukai, the Uraloki have actually come around here and they are burning this front line apart, which is an amazing thing to see. Well, not if you're a defender. Luckily, we're not the Green Elves here, because they would have evaporated to that fire. But Doriath does have a decent amount of armor across the roster. Dealing with these halberds, though, is a bit of a menace, even when they are surrounded entirely like that. But okay, cool. Good move with the fire. He was countering them with the Axemen of the Girdle. Now, where are those Uraloki going? Have we lost them? We've lost them. Nope, there they are. So they have been getting chased. They're getting javelins thrown at them. Oh dear. They are Uraloki. They can fight in melee, but you want to make sure that they've used up all of their ammunition before you get them into the fight. If they don't, then it's worthless. But no, I think Tommy's going to be able... Oh, holy smokes, please get up, boys. Good. Whoa, that would have been really messy. Fair bit of damage, though, no doubt. But Urukai's doing the right thing here, just barreling them through, but they're taking so much damage from it. And, yeah, they've gotten a few volleys out, but I don't think they've used up all their ammo. Either way, they've done quite well and probably pulled the percentage back. We're at 28 for 16 now. This is a 30,000 frame battle. We're 10,000 frames in, and we've already suffered a lot of casualties. Tommy's front line, which was incredibly solid in the face of Darath's charge, is going to be getting picked apart from behind. We need something. We need an elite unit or just something powerful to come in the back to these Valakar, or the not the Balrogs. Yeah, the Balrogs. Sorry, I was getting Bulldogs and Balrogs confused in my brain. Marksman Eregian here. Are you guys out of ammunition? You are not. You're not yet. That's good to see. But still, just coming in the back could be useful. The catapult crew there. Still, at the end of the day, that's 61 sword and board men to jump into the fight. I've really been neglecting this side of the battlefield. I'm sorry about this. I'm hoping that somebody else does this battle too, because there is quite a lot of stuff going on here, and I will miss things. So hopefully this is going to be shown by some other guys too. Marksman Eregian here opening up. Yeah, that's why there's so many Marksman Eregian, because there's 2 Doriath units. That was well, 2 Doriath armies. That was silly me. But yep, Gamling here is doing his best. Once again, sort of pushing in from all sides at once. His halberdiers coming in through the main gate, no doubt. I don't actually see his halberdiers. They might be waiting. Oh, nice. Marauders of Hemring standing there. Pillagers there too. But no, these walls have been secured and the gates are holding too. Looks like the initial attack of J-Monster was repelled, but he's got the Scarahai Trappers up on the walls now. Axguard slicing through them. And over here, there's a much more solid force, but we're seeing the Axemen of the Girdle jump on in, and they're going to be backstabbing these Scarahai Trappers. It looks like he might have been trying to do what I was suggesting with the whole, like, basically running up here and throwing stuff down. But, and he did sort of gain control of the walls. He's got, oh, jeepers, this is why, you know, if there was a green elf on the field, just mincing them. But it does look like the Marines have probably used up their ammunition just pouring into this section too. And the Nobles of Balar are standing by. There's actually been some losses to the Nobles of Balar though. So they would be a perfect target for any sort of throwing unit. There's Prakaz Hunters here. 2 beaten... Oh, actually, sorry, there's 90 of them in both units. I thought they started with more than 90 men though. Sure they do. They just both happen to have lost exactly that. Oh no, that's not what you want to see. Yes, somebody's throwing some fire. Hopefully that wasn't an Ash Priest volley. I think it was though. But unfortunately they've just sort of burned up against that wall. But J-Monster is trying to use his ammunition. There's nowhere else he could really use it. Yeah, but you cannot waste their volleys because they're incredibly powerful. Really sort of Uraloki, but smaller. And lighter too. Sword hosts there, still standing by on this wall. Some shield bearers coming in to replace the sword hosts that were to their side. But yeah, Gamling is using up a lot of his troops here. 39 for 25 overall. We got catapults, crew standing by. What are you going for, dude? I don't know how I feel about this, Arturius. What's your target? Oh, arrow fire coming in. What's that coming from? Marksman Eregian? No. Oh, the Wolfborn came on in. tying up the Marksman Eregion, but those two-handed swords, they will slice them down in extended melee. Okay. Oh, wait. Holy smokes. Ah, damn, dude. That was a chunk of friendly fire, and that's a break. Oh no, that's a big break there. Now they were probably going to break anyway, but that's really not going to be fun now. Oh, catapult crew. Now they were trying to come into here. There was a blob of attacking forces, so it was a good shot to take, but yeah, I just don't trust artillery. Marksman Eregion from Marksman of Region, not from Eregion. That's a few thousand years later. The Marksmen of Region are coming on forward. Catapult crew getting stopped by the Wolfborn, but these catapult crew can look after themselves. They might not be spearmen, as some catapult crew are, but they'll do their best. Oh no, the nobles of Balar are turned around. They need to get back around. They need to actually face this fight, because they will butcher all of these Easterling men if they do that. That's I'm bad for that. Just letting my phalanx units get all turned around and just get stabbed in the back. It's a menace. It is a menace. Marines now still spread out. They could do with maybe being brought in together so they can sort of provide a more solid front line up against these Scarahai blood drinkers. But the nobles of Balar are there. They need, yeah, good. If they're coming in, they need to come in now. Yep, we can see the Arturius is bringing everybody together now, just coming to collapse on top of J Monster. The way that I normally attack fortresses is like the walls are always a distraction. I always sort of say that. That just tends to be the way that I attack. Like, my main attack is always coming through the gate or a breach in the wall. If I'm attacking you on the walls, all I'm trying to do is take your focus away, take some of your troops away. So yeah, it does look like all he's done here, all that Uruk-hai's done here is pulled units away, which is smart. I like it. You don't have to, you don't have to attack a position in order to apply pressure there. You can just be a pest, and just drift around, and that's exactly what he's done. He's done it quite, quite well. So no, I like it. There's a big part of me that wanted to go get stuck in right away. Oh my god. Oh, the bulldogs look very different than when I last saw them. Holy smokes, they're scary. I really do like the, because I've always kind of known what the bulldogs were all about. But it wasn't really until sort of J Monster was really sort of talking about it a lot and doing the sort of his voice acting for them, and I was like, holy smokes, yeah, they're actually a really scary concept if you think about it. So no, I think that's a great model to represent that. I think the previous one we had just kind of it didn't properly show just how messed up those creatures really are. So that was a good shot there. Good hit into a lot of the Chakskara men. And making up for some of it. Damn, we've got no excuse to miss there, guys. You're really close. So yeah, the Arturius is using his catapult well, but you're just unlucky sometimes. I think. Good. That's a much better one. That's fantastic. That's a lot of Scarahai Longfangs running off there. It is danger close artillery support though. It is risky. But these Marksmen Eregion are going to be tearing people apart too. The captain just giving it laldy there as Secretariat just keeps giving the attack orders, which is good. You know, you gotta keep picking targets. You gotta make sure that they're shooting at the right stuff. This is great. This is how I think you need to hold Grey Havens. You need to hold these outer defenses hard, and then fall back. Make sure you've got something ready to defend the final bridges, because those final two bridges that's an amazing defensive position, but it's all for nothing if you don't actually use up a lot of your enemy's resources on these opening stages. Fighting on the streets of the city, or the town, the port, however you want to describe it, fighting on the streets it's amazing. It's a lot of fun, but it never really goes too well, I find. Let's see, that looks kind of cool. What are these? We've got the nobles of Balar. We've got some nice frozen trees in the distance. I think we'll do something with that. I think we do have these elite units. Secretary has not used up their ammunition yet. I think he's waiting. What he's doing is he's waiting for the Ash Priests to poke their heads out, because they need to get popped. They shouldn't be getting in melee, and also they definitely don't want to be using up their ammo. So we got some spear hosts coming forward from Secretariat now, so they will be sturdy. Perhaps not rack up the most kills, but they'll do something on the front line for sure. There's nothing here now, and the pillagers of Himring are coming on down. Now he's doing the... Yeah, come through here, run down this way, and backstab. Is there anything standing in your way? There is not. Everything is on the front line. The Wolfguard are running free, too. Yeah, right. Defenders, I think you've done enough. You're... Yeah, once these pillagers get around the back, though, unless Secretariat can pull something off the front line... Ah, damn it, these poor nobles are still turned around. Or they're just muddled up. But... something needs to be pulled off that front line in order to counter those pillagers, but there's so many more coming on across now that it might all be for naught. I think I would be considering a fallback now, though. I think that this has been a solid defense. Here's the Ash Priests. Good, opening fire. They're coming in for the Ash Priests, I'm sure. I certainly hope. Oh, come on, boys. Open up. No! They're not coming for the Ash Priests. Or maybe they are, but they're just firing into some Ash Priests that are... No, the Ash Priests are all here. Oh, come on, Secretariat. This is where your shots are needed, because they're reloading and up against the lighter armoured spear host of the Girdle. They're going to burn up. Ay, poor boys. Because, as I say, Ash Priests there, perfect target, just because if you can stop some of them from firing, lower their DPS, they're still going to be able to use up all their ammunition, but you're just lowering their DPS. And then when they jump into melee after that, that's the most important reason that you want to get them dead. Now, in final reserves, what do we have? Got some scraps, Wardens of the Girdle. Hopefully they'll come back. They'll run to the middle and they'll come back. Urukai. See, okay, so they're starting to move these men. Oh no, they've just moved some of them. Some of them are straight up moving away, though. This is where I'd maybe start to come on forward, I think. Jeepers sake, all of those are just wretches. Oh, it's a lot of wretches. Sub-legionnaires, though, and some arbalists. Okay, it's not as good a force as I'd originally thought. They had some halberdiers there originally, but I think those halberdiers have turned and they're coming over here now to start breaking through the rangers of Brythombar. Yeah. Bulldogs there, not too easy to break through. The only troops who could really do that are the Doriath and Malberg, who are pressuring the right flank and pretty badly beaten at this point. Nice sturdy unit of halberds in this later stage of a fight. Not easy to break through. Yeah. I like to save my phalanx units toward the end. Out of ammunition, marksmen coming on in now. Just to... Oh, damn, the defenders are really just giving it their all out here, which... I said it like only a few moments ago, like how much I really like that. But there is a point where you do need to fall back, and I think we might be getting to that. What are we at? 62 for 58 now. So the attackers are pulling it, but there's still so many of these elite units that are somewhat untouched. The marksmen of Balar as well, very sturdy armor value on them, so I'm sure they'll be able to withstand a good bit of melee damage. Marksmen of Regian opening up. Don't want this up and over fire. You know, these are not, even though the arrows may look similar, these are not the Watchers of the Golden Wood, or so the Watchers of the Golden Wood, really, which do have that pinpoint accuracy. You can just fire perfectly up and over. They're very accurate, of course, but you do want to try and avoid that. You're just sort of not using your ammunition properly. So yeah, this front line is getting dissolved now, as the pillagers have come around the side. And the same... Ooh, sorry, I'm confused. Yes, this is J-Monster's side. I got lost for a minute. J-Monster's coming on forward and he's breaking on in. Totally. There's one Wolfborn left. He's a Lancer, so he is going to be able to get a good charge value off. Oh, goodness me. Oh, hello, friend. Very unpleasant. But yeah, J-Monster is rushing in toward the center, as he should, because the defenders are going to start running back, and he needs to block that off. If your initial attack goes quite well, the defenders can still make up for it by running back in an organized fashion and just getting everything safe. So if you can get right up in their face and stop them from doing that, even slow them down for a bit, then that's very worthwhile. These Marines of Brythombar still have their ammo though, still got their jabs remaining. So actually, oh jeepers! So this attack here, saying that it's not going to. I think it's going to end poorly for the attackers. Ishbrookra's hunters in the back here. I think the attackers altogether maybe had too many archer units. Now that I might, go back to eat those words when we get to that final defensive point, because archers can be very useful on the attack there. But I think we maybe had too many archers. Yeah, so it's quite interesting that both units were brought down to 90 then, because yeah, you can see they both lost the exact same amount of men from J Monster's forces previously, that I was a bit confused about. How? Got a lot of axes there, boys, but yeah, they're obviously out of ammunition, so they've been sent on forward. Shaky though, very wavering now, but yeah, the halberds just able to keep themselves quite safe. The bulldogs, 33 of them, no doubt a bit of hit point damage, but they're still standing. Guardians of the Iron Crown, they could have been used as a good sort of pushing unit. We've still got a Balrog. Only, oh, he's actually climbing through that. I like to think that he's not climbing through that. He's basically just grabbed onto here and he's pulled himself up. I don't know why he's running up there though. He seems to be running out of the sea. What are you wanting to do with him, friend? I don't know. Well, right now he's just standing on the walls, so it's a bit spooky, Is it? Can I do something with that, image-wise? Maybe. That's pretty cool. We'll grab something with that. Yeah, very, very nasty image. Ooh, are you coming in here? No. Once again, he's just staring them down. Percentage. I suspect the attackers have pulled it back. They have entirely now. They are ahead. Marines, though, where you want to open up into. Warriors of Regian falling back. Even though this has gone quite well for Tommy, I think Tommy does need to start thinking about getting out of here. Especially, oh, some long fangs, just getting ready. Nah, man, you need to consider running. Yeah, over on this side, the few defenders that are remaining are stubborn, sort of fighting back to back with the nobles. Sort of, oh, it doesn't really matter which way you're facing. You've still got stabbing to be done. The Aran Kirlim. Yeah, as I say, these are solid men at arms. Pretty damn good, but they've got some ash priests slicing them down. So if they do have a sturdy armor value, which I do believe they do from that aesthetic, that's going to be getting busted on in by the ash priests. J Monster trying to do some work with his hunters. Hishrakaz's hunters are really not anything to write home about, but they're nice to use up the enemy's ammunition. And that's what I tend to bring archers for in a siege attack either way. What you got here? 2 nobles of Balar running back. Hey, I hope they come back. You know, in a messy melee engagement toward the end of this fight, they could be very useful. Secretariat's not running all the way back though. He's kind of he's got these guys here, probably just wanting to use up some ammunition on an elite unit, and then rely on that elven speed to get everybody back home and safe. 2 marksman units, very large, yeah, basically full. So they are just still sword masters. They'll kill some people good, as long as they don't get anything shot at them, because they don't have a shield. Catapult used up its ammunition. It's good to see that. Good to see that has been used as best as it could have been. It's not been interrupted or destroyed at any stage. It does mean the catapult crew, or what's left of them, has been thrown into the fight though. Ash priests coming around the back here. I worry about these ash priests. They just don't seem to have suffered too much damage. Bulldogs coming on in, 33 of them. Oy. Yeah, very unpleasant beings. That's where he's got the general, of course, too. Pretty sure bulldogs are armor piercing and melee, so that means the general is. Guardians of the Iron Crown breaking on through. Legionnaires. Yeah, no, we've flooded all in entirely now, I don't think. Yeah, Tommy and Arturius seem to be on a full retreat. The Balrog might pose an issue to that, but you just need to keep running. Yeah, oh, damn, some Warriors of Regian here. Yeah, they might. To be honest, Warriors of Regian, if they get their charge value off on that Balrog, rip in peace. Definitely, like, these 36 warriors can kill that guy. We'll have a quick scan across the map, but I do want to see that charge hit. Still some surviving elves here. We just saw them break. That's a shame. Definitely the elves of the Falas are pretty stubborn in melee, but these halberdiers were quite powerful themselves. Yeah, G-Monster's coming entirely there. Right, let's see what we've got going on. Oh, we're running? Oh yeah, no, you need to just get away. Oh, now the painful thing about that is the Balrog's just gonna come in and just pick off guys. Just every time he charges in, he's just gonna cut somebody down, run around, cut somebody down, and you just got to keep running away from him. Is the problem? He's gonna cut at least one person down here. 143. Ah, damn! Don't let him stop you, Arturius. Don't let him stop you. You need these Marines, because as I say, they've still got ammo. it's a painful thing, but what I would have maybe done if I was Tommy is sacrificed myself. Just for those Marines, but yeah. Either way, they've got, they still do have some forces pulling back. These Marines still have their ammo. The Mariners of Erendil, sort of the Regiment of Renown version, I believe. I don't know what do we call them? Shoot, no. Do we call them legendary companies or something like that? Either way, our version of regiments of renown. So they will be menacing. A nice untouched unit of these guys. A nice, untouched unit of Warriors of Region. How much ammunition do we have? Because the enemy still have those Hesperkraz hunters. They've still got some ammo on their Ash Priests. Yeah, it's just not going to be too easy. Chosen coming on forward. Don't really want to be shooting at them because, you know, they do have a nice shield value. More Chosen there. No, I thought they might be in shield wall because of how tight they are together, but no, they're alright. Oy, what we at? Yeah, so we're down. Defenders are down a little bit. Honor Guard, the Chieftain. Oh, I love that shield. Holy smokes, that shield's pretty cool. All the flags. Yeah, no, they're nice. I fought against these guys in a battle. Yeah, no, it was a scenario battle. Was attacking them as Angband, so it was messy to say the least. It was pretty messy. Yeah, so these broken and running units just getting cut down. But no, I think, oh yeah, we'll go back to 1 speed because things are a bit more organized. I'm just trying to see if the defenders have made it back with everything they could have. Yeah, broken. Nothing hiding here. No. Damn, oh, these Mariners have had to sit and fight here. That's a shame. They're actually doing not too bad up against these poor halberdiers. Oh, backed by some marksmen of Balar too that we're trying to get out. So they're a good little fight here. And some marksmen of Regian. So those marksmen, hopefully all those archers have used up their ammo. That's quite interesting. Okay. We need to run up a bit faster. They're coming in now, but they need to be coming in a bit faster than this because these guys are going to lose quite a few men. To be honest, no. The marksmen of Regian should lose in an extended fight up against the Guardians. Marksmen of Balar there will definitely help them out. But if we can gut through this unit of halberdiers, which is happening very efficiently. These swan-helmeted elven warriors just butchering them down. Taking a lot of losses. Yeah, this is just mowing into them. Arbalists. Ooh. Some of them have their blades out, but most of them do have their crossbows. So no, they've still got their ammo. At least a shot remains, either way. Into the last 10,000 frames now. Unfortunately, we have some Wardens of the Girdle just sort of bugged out there. Sort of often happens, so the AI just gets a little bit confused as it runs down this route. You can't really trust it all that much. The Arin Kirlum are falling back there now, which is going to mean that Uruk-hai can just come on screaming through. Oh, sorry, he can't. This is an interesting move. Arturius is actually coming forward now and engaging these forces here. I like it, but I don't necessarily agree with it. I just think that those units here would be much more useful at the center. They'll kill a lot though, because they are just sort of fighting the wretches of Angband there. But there are a few legionnaires that are actually doing the damage. The wretches are just there to take a beating. I'm sure he did have some reasoning behind it, but I don't know what that is right now. Either way, not too bad, and it is allowing his men to, well, allowing the rest of the men to escape untouched from that swarm. How is this little battle doing here? The Marines of Berthombar, oh, yeah, wow. They have absolutely butchered those halberdiers. That's going pretty nicely. The Sons of Ulfang have arrived now, and they will put a stop to that. Especially getting fought from both sides. Some Scarhigh Longfangs even coming into these marksmen of Balar. Yeah, good to see them getting their ammunition used up for the defenders' point of view. That's an unfortunate break though, and they're going to be broken too. Yeah, so it's just sort of a bit of a mass break. That's not fun to see though. They've just taken their bows out, which means that they actually did have some ammunition to spare. Probably not too much of it, but even just having a few elven volleys left is not good. Ash Priests remaining, Wardens of Lothland coming on up, but still beating up units of them, 86 and 69 there. The Pillagers of Himring I really do like that unit. I think for some reason it's like the head. That's the image that like is used for their like faction overview image, and I don't know, just something sticks out about it. It's just a sort of natural sort of top there. Anyway, we do have, so the right side there, or the southern side, the northern side even, sorry, is being taken by some Dol Amroth men, the of course Angband forces, and some Easterlings, and that leaves J-Monster and one of his Eastern allies to attack from the south. Important just to make sure that we attack at both places at around the same time, because you really want to be pulling those enemies apart. Damn, some more Marines here sort of broken out. It's only 5 guys, but 5 guys might be, you know, what it comes down to at the end. This is a bit of a nuisance as well, these 11 folk from Sectariat. Did anybody make it back to the centre? Some? Nah. It doesn't look like any routing units sort of made it all the way back home. Or if they did, they were sort of maybe sent back out again. But we still got a lot of troops from Sectariat. It looks like it was his job to hold the back lines. We do have some elves from Arturius though, but Tommy, once again, another... nope. Oh, okay, he does have those Warriors of Rhegion. The Marines are bravely holding the swarm back, and he does have some elite units here too. He does have his general alive. But once again, this is another battle off the Grey Havens, another defense of the Grey Havens, where Tommy has bravely sacrificed his units at the gateway in order to allow his allies to escape. He's done that in a Reforged battle quite recently, so that's quite nice. We've got the spear host of Brythombar there too, alongside some of these Marines that we're fighting. Actually, sorry, it might have been the spear host the whole time. I might have been being dumb there. And that probably does explain why they were a bit slower killing the wretches, because, you know, spears don't kill things too fast. Spears kind of hold the line. And they will rack up kills, though, given time. These Sons of Ulfang, though, are just going to be slicing through the routing Wardens of the Girdle there. They're fighting to the death, so at least they are hopefully going to be able to, you know, do a smidgen of damage. But when a unit is fighting to the death, its stats do basically turn really, really low. Like, fighting to the death is not a very great thing to see. Yeah, some of these men getting caught as well. But yeah, the halberds. Oh, damn, like, we don't have anything to shoot at those halberds. That's a pretty sizable unit. And that's another pretty sizable unit of halberds. It's going to be messy. But, and these Hespercras hunters as well, just being able to wail on the defenders for a little while. Marksmen of Rhegion here out of ammunition. It's going to have to be a very aggressive defense launched by the defenders here. They're going to have to wait for the attackers to sort of get into a position. Yeah, this is what are you doing, Sectariat? Yeah, like, I think that this is really the only option. They've got to pick a side and kind of go hard on that side and try and just flush them out, while the other side sort of just holds and tries to tank it. Now, from what I'm seeing about the Elves of Falas, I've not played as them, but they seem to be quite sturdy. They seem to be able to take a punch. So I do like this idea of Arturius heading toward this bridge to try and hold it, while the lighter armoured, much more aggressive forces of Doriath under Sectariat are flooding on in to jump on top of the halberdiers here. Halberds did manage to get set up nicely, so they were doing quite well initially, but now that these two-handed units from Doriath have like merged in amongst them, it's turning a bit bloody for them. We'll see how it goes as they continue to get mass applied, but this is a great move from J-Monster. These big blocks can be shot through, so if you can just position yourself right on the side, actually, you got some up and over fire going into, oh yeah, fair. Like, it's probably not the target I would choose, but yeah, no, it's not too bad, and it looks very nice too. Over on this edge, what do we have going on? Elves of Eglast? Yeah. Eglorest. And still got these elite Marines too. So they're actually having more success on the side that I thought they were going to basically just be holding. They're having more success than they are on the side that I expect them to be charging on in. Now, these bulldogs are here. These bulldogs will not be fun to beat down. Actually, one thing. Do they have... Oh, no, okay. I thought they had sort of the same sort of shield there, but no, it's quite a similar design, but no, totally different colours, of course, but similar sort of shape to them. The bulldogs there, they're still going to be putting out a good amount of damage, but I do expect that they've suffered a massive amount of hit point damage here. So a good quality Elven, mainline unit might be just the ticket. Warriors of Rhegion coming on in. And yeah, I like this is kind of what you want to see. You don't really want to see them just dying a slow death at the center, just getting shot at. You really want to see them get aggressive, which is what they're doing. The problem is these bloody halberdiers are just so tough to break through in this sort of fight. This is the perfect fight for halberdiers. They're getting deep in there with these newly arrived marines, who are going to be throwing those poor halberdiers around, but Wolfguard are coming on in, and more orcs from J-Monster are just coming to push them on back and break that momentum. But this sort of, usually the elves really don't want a chaotic fight, but when the enemy have halberdiers on the field, you do want a chaotic fight, so you want to be right in their face, kind of like as the elves are. They'll suffer a lot of losses doing this, but it's really the only way to counter this successfully. You need to close that distance in just the way that they're doing. Now, this will end up faltering, but they will rack up a good kill count doing it. The Honor Guard are standing by. Yep, Hunters on this side, going to try and do their work. Not great amount of damage those archers are going to be able to do, though. And it's going to be coming into the left side of all these men, so their shield values are going to come into effect. But if they have shield values, these forces from Tommy do not. You might be able to get some back shots if you go into the Arryn here. Arryn Curlan. Chieftain's Honor Guard there. First time I've really seen the Chieftain's Honor Guard in a fight, so I'm not too sure what to expect from them, but usually these sort of elite men-at-arm type bodyguard units are able to sort of mop the floor with even the good quality standard men-at-arms. Ash Priests too. Yeah, there's a lot of quality on this front line. We've still got 4,000 frames, so nobody's dying very quick, but no, the defenders are sort of just giving a heroic last stand here. Saying that, bringing victory is certain on this side. Okay. Yeah, the Warriors of Rhegion were just the right unit to come flying on in. The thing that I worry about is we've got this still beefy unit of halberdiers that are just in reserve, getting ready to provide stability to the line when it does shatter. Trappers there. Some more Scarahide trappers and even some hunters. Oh, look like these hunters might be out of ammo, so they're coming on around. Yeah, Warriors of Rhegion. Ooh, getting pushed by the Wolf Guard, but they're cracking on into them. The elite units here of Secretariat as General trying to find a target, but in this sort of messy fight, there's not really a great shot for them. What are they going for? I think that will stop. Actually, does that stop arrows? I don't think it does. I think you can, yeah, because you can walk through it. I don't think it stops arrows. So you can shoot through that, but I think with a small unit like that, he just wants to make sure he uses up his ammo. So just fire it well. Go for what you want. Warriors of Rhegion here, kind of on their last legs. Hishbrakaz Hunters now, just coming on around, just being numbers, which is a bit frightening. Oh, that's the Runic General taken out, actually. Okay, cool. So his Honor Guard was not able to keep him safe, but his Honor Guard should be able to finish the job for him now. Still, it'll be a bit shaky for the Easterling men, but there's not many Easterling men left from Melchon. He's just about done. That looks like another general dropped. I would expect, though, that is definitely an Elven general. I love the. I just saw that in the close-up. I really adore the like the golden tipped spear there from the Wardens of Lothland. That's really awesome to see. Still more jabs coming on into this mess. The Warriors of Rhegion. This is why the Warriors of Rhegion were sort of kept back, just because Secretariat didn't want to expose them to this fire. Good move from Gambling again. The Sons of Ulfang and such have been used pretty nicely so far from everybody. I've seen them just getting around the backs and stabbing into them. Wardens of Lothland now coming on through too. Yeah, oh, I love those trees, just lining down into the centre of town. The Cuthalam, Cuthalam have turned around now, and they're opening up on the Wardens. Just trying to use up their ammo. Just trying to make sure that the evil forces pay dearly for this attack today. Scarahide Blood Drinkers, Chieftain's Honor Guard, and just getting cracked on in. And I think we will probably go into 2x speed now as... the Cuthalam are coming on in now too. Yeah, you see these rear line halberds are just moving forward now to provide a little bit more rigidity. Still do have the Trappers, the Clan Guard, and the Hishbrakaz Hunters, but somewhere in amongst this mess are the Ash Priests. and they'll be doing quite a lot of damage too. Can we see any of them? Are they on the... Yep. Oh no, those are blood drinkers. I don't know where the Ash Priests might be for J Monster there. No, I couldn't really see. The Ash Priests do die. Oh no, I think I do spot. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, the Ash Priests do die quite quickly, which is something I like. You know, they're a very fragile unit for as much damage as they can do. Good, Meltron's coming on in alongside some of Darrett's men. Yeah, trying to throw, which is probably the best thing to do, to be honest. But yeah, just backstabbing this force, and they also have some men that are sent in toward the centre. Some halberdiers of Uruk. Yeah, I think it's quite deserving that he does this. He's suffered dearly for this capture. The Sons of Ulfang are coming in closely behind him, though. And yeah, there's no more forces here. No, nothing else to defend. The Elves are off the Falas, doing the best they can here. Yeah. yeah, sorry, I scared myself for a second with what I said. Yeah, Blood Drinkers there, just with the AP value to burst into those heavy Doriath units. Hunters now just there to provide mass, provide numbers, be scary, really. No, I think that is it. What do we end up with? 80%, certainly not too bad for a siege defense, or a siege battle of this scale, of a 5v3. So, I'll talk about just general for now, while we run down the clock. Yeah, I'll stick on to. We're still, like, when it comes to Silmarillion, like, we're still kind of feeling out siege battles. It's, you know, Reforged is very set in stone, like how much money everybody gets, like what you've got to do. But Silmarillion is a very different game, and you've got to play it very differently. Like, there's such a big deal about archers having a lot less ammunition than normal. Than in Reforged. So that does make siege defending a lot harder than it is in Reforged. So I'd like to maybe know, maybe G Monster did say to me, but I'd like to know what the funds were set to here, and yeah, but no, it's something to definitely feel out, and you know, we're always going to be struggling, but an 80% battle is close enough in my books. I always think that's a pretty solid little fight. We'll go through the duo here, their kills. Ash Priest racking up very nice kills. The Howlers, that's actually really good for Howlers. Almost 40 kills for a Howler unit. You would really expect it to be like 20. Like 10 is not bad. Well, they absorbed fire. You can see usually, this is not always the case, but usually when somebody heals so much, it does mean that they were damaged by ranged fire, because that is easier to heal up. Interesting. So maybe I'll talk about that more in the end. Wolfguard there, yeah, you can see, like, jeepers sake, some of them are getting more kills than the Wolfguard did, but that's pretty nice. 146. Anything with a positive kill death ratio is great. Blood Drinkers there, great stuff. 199. But yeah, nice, good. Trappers there, all not too bad. 113 is pretty good, though. You'd really, some of them probably got shot down before, or just killed down before they could really do much. Darret there now. So his Ash Priests saved, like they were not, yeah, they were quite safe throughout. That's why they didn't rack up too many kills. Wolfborn, I liked what he did with the Wolfborn. I think it's definitely a good idea. As I say, when it comes to Grey Havens, bringing something is usually quite a good idea. Hunters there just to take fire and just be a menace. Wolfguard, not too bad. And considering as well, like, the Easterlings didn't take any archers, and Angband brought, I think, 2 crossbowmen. It's alright that both the Dominions brought archers, so that's fair. If everybody's bringing archers, though, it can start to get a bit dicey, and but it was because just so few archers on the field in general, yeah. And then the Howlers, yeah, this is more natural there. Like 19. 33, though, I'm actually pretty chuffed with 33. I'd be happy enough with that. So, in terms of just generally, I think, like, how could the attackers have won there? I'm not sure. Like, we did see that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe those Howlers, like, there's another reason why so many of them healed up. But it most certainly is, like, if you are going to be using up ammunition, like, you will rack up massive kill count against the Howlers, but you can quite efficiently just kill the Howlers in melee. So I just don't think you need to do that. Just get them up against a swordsman, get them up against, like, a sword and board or anything like that, and you'll work wonders there. But yeah, the boys know what they're doing though. Like all three of the defenders today, like that's why it's really tough to like really sort of work out exactly what went wrong, because the defenders, they're experienced guys. Anything else? I think there was just that really unlucky shot that we saw from Arturius' catapult. That's not on him. That was a decent target. It's just catapults go wild sometimes, and the morale damage that hit everybody with was horrific, and that really did hurt. But you know what you're gonna do sometimes. It's all you can do, and generally not so bad throughout. After that, a lot of the other catapult shots were on point. I was surprised at I would have expected more archers, but at the same time, like I think they had all the archers they could possibly have. Yeah. So that makes sieges a lot more fun for me, I feel. If it is much more infantry focused, it's much more like grindy always sounds bad, but I quite enjoy a nice grindy siege sometimes. As long as there's stuff going on, it's nice to have just an infantry slugfest, really. Not really a grind, just a real melee fight. Sorry about that, banging my table. Excited there. But no, whereas I think a lot of the time on Reforged, siege battles can come down to like, you know, I reveal my ranger trap card and just shred your entire army. It's like, okay, thanks, fun, you know. So yeah, it's because everybody's got like 3 units of rangers. All the defenders have taken like 2 units of rangers, so it's like, oh well, yeah, memes. So it's kind of nice in a way that it is infantry, but it's something that we need to tweak, and we need to work on funds maybe, and make sure. Like we've seen siege battles go both ways though, but from what I've seen a few siege attacks win. So I don't know. I'd like to know what the funds were at. But saying this video will come out like 2 months after the battle was played. So that's very, you know, yeah, that's the way it be. But no, anyway, thank you guys very much. Love this, love the models. Need to play more Silmarillion myself. But either way, thank you guys very much, and I'll see you later.